Hi, Amy. Hopefully this video works okay. I just wanted to do it this way so I can share my screen with you and explain a little bit more why I chose the calories and the macros the way that I did. And that's just going to be the first video here that I'm going to come back and do the rest of your check-in. So let me start here because this is, I think, important to know. So I'm going to share my screen. See here. Okay. So what I've done is just done this chart here where, make it a little bigger. Up at the top, actually, we'll start down here at the bottom. So you'll see I have this number. This is all based on your information. So your height, your weight, your gender, your activity. Actually, yeah, your activity level won't come into play until up here. But this number down here at the bottom is the amount of calories your body needs to survive if you did nothing all day, if you just laid in bed, didn't do a thing. You still need almost 1,300 calories just to have your organs working and everything to keep going. So based on that, then we add in your activity level, and that becomes what's called your maintenance calories. So that's up here at the top. A lot of times with many of my clients, they're always far under their maintenance calories when they come to me, which means they're an under eater. And eventually, over time, your body starts to go into that survival mode, which stores that fat to keep you alive. And it really just starts to wreak havoc on your metabolism. So, what I've done here is this is kind of like your starting point, your 1,500 calories, 1,531. And I kind of look at it in two phases. And this is exactly what I do when I do my competitions. So a lot of times people are like, well, I'm not trying to be in a competition or anything like that, bodybuilding. No, but you're trying to manipulate numbers and your weight and your metabolism the same way that I am. So we have you starting here at 1,500 calories. And in phase one, we're going to be trying to just work on that metabolism, get everything repaired, and go into this what's called reverse diet. So eventually, it sounds backwards that I'm actually having you eat more right now, but the goal is to get you up to 1744 as your maintenance calories. And you want to be able to maintain that number for a good amount of time so that your body repairs and understands it's not in a deficit and it's not in danger, so that your body will then be prepped and ready to go into what's called the fat loss phase or the calorie deficit down here on the right. So again, just to go back to my example with bodybuilding, for the past 11, 12 weeks, I've been eating up to my maintenance calories, which is like 20, almost 2,500. And my weight hasn't changed all that much. We're just trying to build muscle in this phase. Again, your body responds better when you have a lot of muscle, because over here, when we go into this cut or this fat loss phase, we're going to be having a lot more metabolic tissue that allows you to strip the fat off. So it's a slow process, and I tell people reverse dieting is really a mental shift. But I think it's important that you understand why I'm giving you these numbers, not just throwing weird stuff at you. All right, so hopefully that makes sense. So right now you're in what's called the reverse diet phase. So starting here at the 1,500, getting you up to 1,700 as your maintenance calories. And then when we're ready and we feel like you're good to go with a calorie deficit, we'll get you going on that. So it's just manipulating these numbers a little bit to reset your metabolism. When you go into calorie deficit, I always tell people this is not a forever spot you want to be. This is just a short period of time where we work on getting the fat loss phase going. And once you get to a certain point where it's either stopped working or you're not feeling the best with it, then we go back into that reverse diet and get you back to 1,700. And these numbers can change as your weight changes too. So I'm always looking at that when I'm doing your numbers. That's why I ask for your weight every week. Normally I tell people don't worry about the scale, especially if it's, somebody that really gets frustrated by those numbers. But yeah, we just want to make sure that we have the right numbers here. All right. And then as far as your eating plan, this is another important and a big one. The meal plan that I gave you is just kind of a like rigid plan. So I know for a fact if I eat that, I'm going to hit my macros, right? I'm going to hit my calories that I've assigned to you. If I go off of that a little bit, I'm okay with you being a little more flexible. That's really up to you. I have certain clients that it really depends on your relationship with food, and it just depends on each person. If you're getting really stressed out with eating the same thing day after day, or on the other end of it, if you're somebody who has, you know, no idea how to put together any kind of meal plan and you're getting stressed by that part of it, we have to kind of work together until you're in a comfortable spot. But I think in the long run, you want to be able to understand how to put these meals together to make your numbers match. You know, eventually when you hit your goal, you don't want to be living on your apps and everything forever, but they're a good tool to have when you maybe get a little off track, or you're just a little bit kind of off the wagon. So I hope all that makes sense. Number one, let me stop this video here and then I will take a look at the rest of your check-in.